the where we would grease.
Okay, so you've got two. This is why we got the early. Remember we get the early ones?
Okay. Yep.
Because we can screw these into it.
Perfect.
So you get two grease points there. You've got another grease point here, but you got to take the ball cap off.
So I have to take what off now?
This piece right here.
This thing here?
Yep. You'll take that off and pack that full of grease and then put it back on. The other end too.
So just I have to take off.
You have to take it off, yeah.
And then pull it out and then put grease in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is like once a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably should do something with these at some point.
Do?
Replace them.
Oh.
Go with the May West.
Why didn't I have you do that then?
Because you keep telling me you're broke.
I am broke. I can't do those things.
Why not?
I'm not good with
You put
mechanical
put a block of wood in here.
Yeah.
And then you take the shackle out. You put the new shackle in. You get the one that has these threads in them, though. It's called the May West style shackle.
Okay.
And you probably need to do the bushings as well. But that's a job for another day.
Okay.
So there's that. You get your headlights, LED headlights.
Yep.
Where were we? We were inside doing.
We were looking and you were telling me about the brake cylinder. You said that was the brake cylinder for the new brakes?
Yep. So that's your. Hopefully they stay up. I got all the air out of it, but I haven't gone anywhere since. I think it's all right.
Well, we'll find out in a short while.
We'll find out if I have to bleed them again.
Yeah.
They're awful finicky.
Is there anything I have to ever do with them?
No, your master, your reservoir is under the hood.
For the brakes?
Yeah, that's what this hose is.
Uh-huh.
It goes up on the firewall. Let's take a look at that.
So there's a master cylinder? Is that this here?
That's a reservoir. That's for brake fluid.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
it's
if
marked.
it gets down to below the minimum, then I got to put more stuff in.
Yep.
Okay.
You should never have to.
Oh, okay.
Should just be. Should just be.
I like just being.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we've already seen the engine.
Yep.
You got your gas valve on the other side. We're going to have to turn that on.
Okay. That then allows the gas to flow.
Yep.
And I have to remember when we're all done driving then to turn off that
Yeah,
valve.
if it leaks, turn it off, yeah. So back here we have, let's do it on this side because of the noise.
Okay, sure.
Your new disc brakes.
That's these things here?
That's your caliper.
And then
That's your rotor.
that's what it rubs on?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's parking brakes on right now. Yeah, that's it. I didn't have a proper bender for the lines, so they're hand bent.
Okay. For
They're
the lines,
fine.
For the disc brake?
For the disc brakes, yeah.
Okay.
They're fine. They're just not pretty.
Oh.
One's they're not symmetrical because I had to bend them by hand, and
Mm-hmm.
they ended up where they ended up.
Okay, but they're functional
Yeah.
and they're safe.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you want to put that in neutral, we'll test that pedal, make sure it still works.
Okay. I got to remember neutral.
Hold on. You wanted them.
This here?
Yep. Pull it back a little bit. Take the tension off. There you go. Now
Okay.
go forward. You've gone a hair too far. There. Now you can tell by this.
Okay.
If you go back like one more click. Nope, that's a bunch of clicks.
Okay.
Okay.
Around there?
If you just go right about there's neutral, straight up and down,
Okay.
and these should move now. Yeah. They're tight.
Mm.
Everything's tight.
Yep.
I believe the linings are thicker than they used to be because I had to grind some off to make them clear.
Okay.
The lining on the shoes, I think it's rubbing here, but it'll clear itself.
Okay.
You got all your.
How much air do I put in tires?
I run them 45,
45?
but everybody yells at me saying it's not enough.
Not enough. So at least 45.
I think it's supposed to be 50, but I always run them 40, 45. It's a better ride.
Okay.
You got all your stuff.
Okay, so these are the spare parts and old stuff.
Yeah, this is the stuff you brought that we didn't need.
Yep.
And extra bits that we didn't need. I don't know what these are. These came with your brake thing. Oh, that's something else I want to show you. When I took this off.
I don't know what that was.
Okay, this is the brake yoke for your the old brake thing you wanted me to put on.
Okay, the thing that would rubber along there.
Yep.
The back wheel.
Did I put card? Okay.
That's connected to.
Yeah. Make sure I
Okay.
caught up in there. I took this off and I put them back to the original down here.
I'm listening. I'm trying to understand what all that is.
I took this rod
Yep.
and moved it back to the stock position.
Okay.
And when I tried to put it in high gear, the brakes came on.
Really?
Because that is so tight, it doesn't matter which way it rocks,
Mm-hmm.
it was putting the brakes on. So on my car, I put cables. But you already had this. So on this one, I flipped this around. This was over here.
Okay.
This was connected to the pedal. So when you push the pedal, it moved this.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I spun it around and put it over here. And now when you put that in high gear,
Mhm.
it comes away from this. So
And-
your brakes aren't on. We didn't need to go with the cables.
Gotcha.
So that's one thing that we did a little bit different. Here's another Zerk here
Okay, grease fitting there and then
and
there.
here. Yep.
Okay, yep.
You might want to pack that again after we've driven it for a little bit.
Okay. I do have a grease gun at home.
I packed it until it came out, but I'm
Are
pretty
there
sure it's not
different
full.
types of grease, or is grease?
I'm using that kind.
Okay, so when I go to the store, what do I do? Just wipe my finger on there and say I need some of that?
Yeah, hold on, let me see what it is. Anything like this, marine
Grease.
multi-purpose.
Yep.
I forget. Whatever, it came with the grease gun. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
So this side of your pretty engine,
Yes, it is pretty.
hopefully the gas won't leak. That's on. Could you hear it?
No,
It made a-
hearing the noise back there.
It made a gurgle noise.
Okay.
This is what I was telling you. If this goes in too deep, it
Yep.
binds up right here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I
So
put that
that-
collar on.
That thing just limits it. Okay. Cool.
So that's it. No leaks. Seems to be okay. Until latch this. You pull up and twist.
Oh. Okay.
And then you do the back one again because it fell off. What else do you need to know?
I don't know what I need to know, so I need you to tell me anything that, because this is all foreign to me. I know you've been living with it for a good chunk of the year.
No, I literally cut my teeth on a Model T steering wheel, my grandfather's.
Nice.
So, actually, that
Anything else that I need to know about underneath here for things that,
no,
as a driver, I have to worry about?
there's your starter button. You
Okay.
can use your heel if you want, or you can reach down.
Okay.
I recommend not pushing it while the engine's running.
Okay, yep. Kind of like turning the starter when the car's already running.
Yeah, and I added this spring because the choke wasn't coming off all the way. So that's
Okay.
carburetor was sticky.
Pull up, choke,
Yeah,
push down, not choke.
yeah. So on this one, it looks like it when you're running and warmed up. That's about where it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But what you do is when it's running, you turn this until it stumbles.
Oh,
I
turning
mean,
is what does it?
You back off just a little bit.
Okay.
When you go to start it, you're going to bring it up in that.
So it's not pulling, it's turning.
That is your mixture. Why is that sticky? Okay. This is your choke.
Okay. That's choke, and then this is mixture?
Yep.
Not this?
That's spark.
Spark.
Yep.
Oh God.
There's a learning curve.
There definitely is going to be. I should shoot some video for you so you can laugh at me afterwards.
If you want to shoot some, I'll put it up.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
I want to change the oil, or have you change the oil at some point
Okay.
after you've driven it for a while,
Mm-hmm.
like 200 miles.
Okay. And what kind of oils should I be using?
We've got Rotella in it right now.
Rotella.
Rotella T4. It's got more zinc. It's for diesels.
Okay. And what's the capacity of oil?
It's about a gallon.
Okay. Rotella diesel oil.
So if you look down there, I don't know if you can see it or not. See the petcocks on the pan?
I do. Yep.
Okay. Your oil should be between those two. So if you open the bottom one and nothing comes out, it's empty.
Yep.
If you open the top one and something comes out, it's too full.
Gotcha. So if it ever is too full, just let it continue to drain until nothing comes out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And oil changes?
You just take the plug out of the bottom of the pan.
How often would I want to change the oil? I know in my cars I do 5,000 miles.
That'll work.
I'm not going to do 5,000 miles
No.
on this.
Well, that'll work.
Okay.
But the initial, because everything's wearing in,
Yep.
everything is still super tight.
Okay.
So this needs to be broken in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you change the oil again.
Okay.
And you'll probably feel it going down the road. It'll just take off
Really?
when it's broken in. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What else do I need to know?
Well, I suppose we could put the floorboards back in.
Yep.
That's what on earth is going on here? That must go this way. So that one's.
Could be.
This one's got to go up in here somehow. And it's a each. Oh, it's easier with two people.
Maybe.
Well, now you're down to one person.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that. All right, and then this one goes on. They slide together.
Gotcha.
And you got one more. I don't know why. You got this one.
Sorry?
Somebody made these. These are not original.
Oh, really?
No, somebody made these up. Yeah, good luck turning that one.
Good.
Okay, now you brought the rug.
Yes, sir.
So that's good. We're going to have to trim it to fit. You're missing straps in your doors too.
What are straps?
There should be a strap here. See the footman loops?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It limits the
Oh.
door travel.
Okay. What is that called? Just a strap? A door
Yeah,
strap?
if you get them for Jeeps, they'll fit.
Okay.
You get your gas gauge.
Yes. I made that. You
It's
gave me a model.
quite the leap there.
Yep. I just followed whatever you had. Literally have to put it
You're
up
gonna
and
have,
over it.
yeah, you're gonna have to cut a hole for this too.
Okay. But we won't know where until we put it on
yeah,
top
you
of this
gotta-
other stuff first.
Oh, they got slots in them now. Mine was completely open.
Oh, really? So what do I do? Put it through here first?
Yep.
This whole thing? Of course it's going stiff.
I'm not getting you in the eyes, am I?
No, you're fine. bet you I need to do that bigger one first. There, and of course they're not going to make it easy.
Well, maybe you won't have to trim it.
There's no way of getting it around both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. How do they expect you to do that? I'm going to be sad if I have to really...
They're probably going to be in the way anyway.
Oh, really?
That rubber's probably going to impact the pedal travel.
So we might need to, like, do a little bit of a widening. Do you have a razor? You could...
That's insane.
Oh my god.
Nothing out of the box.
No, apparently not. I've heard you for many months saying that. I'm believing it. Miserable. Okay.
You want to mess with that at home?
I can do that, sure. Yep. I can put this in the trunk.
About time we put this back on the floor.
Yep. And the key for this here is...
It's on in the ignition.
It's the same key?
No. Nope.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you ever have to open that,
Yep.
to adjust the bands or whatever, make sure that that cannot fall out or get rid of it. Put it up on the package tray.
Just take out the key.
Yeah. If it falls in, you're in a world of hurt. Now this has two settings on it. You see battery
Yep.
and mag.
Yep.
You go battery to start. Oh my god. So that'll be to start
Yep.
if we wired it right. And by we, I mean your son. And then that way is mag. So you get it running
Right.
on battery.
That's the push button.
Yep.
And this one here is the all the boxes where I crank.
No,
right?
no. This turns on the buzz box.
That turns on.
Yeah.
The
So
buzz box.
it starts easier on battery,
Mm-hmm.
but it will run better on mag.
Okay.
But while you're learning, why don't we just use battery?
Okay.
Because you got to switch it over, and there's a chance you'll lose it if you're too slow. It'll quit.
Okay.
So we'll just.
I want to try it though with you here.
I have
where-
tried. Yeah, we can do that. I have tried it. It does
where
work.
I can try it once and make sure that at least works.
Yeah. So if you do end up taking the cover off, just make sure that it can't come out,
Yep.
because that's a mess you don't want to get involved in. All right. So you want to put it down?
Sure.
I didn't know if you want to roll around under it and look, or
If there's things you want to point out, are there other lubricating points underneath that?
no.
That I
Same
need to worry about?
same thing with the shackles in the back.
That's these things here.
Yeah, that one I greased because they took it out.
Okay.
That's just lithium grease.
It is the other one.
The other one I didn't have to take out, so
And that one needs to be greased then.
yeah.
Okay. Just.
And ignore the old school Zerk fittings.
I don't know
Ignore.
what those are.
No, it's my shadow right there.
These things.
Yep.
Ignore those.
Ignore those because you have modern bearings in there now and they're sealed.
Okay, so I don't have to do anything with
No,
that back thing.
they're just filling a hole right now.
Okay. And up here.
Yeah, you do, that's the oiler for that shackle.
Okay.
I'm not doing a very good job of
What kind of oil
videotaping.
am I using for those things?
Just regular motor oil.
So what
I would
change
take-
the oil from?
No, I would take it out and grease it. If it was my car, grease it will last longer.
Okay, how do I do that though?
There's 2 nuts on the other side. Let me see. I can't get in there to show you because your brakes are so big now. There's 2 nuts. Where is it? Right here. There's one here.
Yep.
And one here.
Yep.
And then this U comes out.
And then throw grease into it?
Just smear it with grease and shove it back in.
Okay.
But you're going to need to take the tension off the spring somehow.
The tension off the spring?
Yeah, when you take this out, the spring's going to move this way.
Oh dear.
So you need to strap it down, ratchet strap or something.
And I'm gonna mess up this machine if I don't do the greasing there, right?
Nah, it'll be fine. It's gone 100 years without it.
Okay. I just don't want to mess up all your work and all of the money that we've invested.
I haven't touched that one yet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I'm thinking in terms of like that car.
Like the what?
Just the car itself. Just this has been such a
I know, it's
a major.
It's been a lot.
Oh my God, yeah.
For sure. I don't know how well this is going to come out on camera, but that bolt's coming out. When I go down, I want to watch those front ones so it doesn't roll. Not there yet. Alright, let's make sure that it doesn't roll off the front.
How do you do that?
I'm just going to watch it and make sure they don't start to tip, yeah.
Yeah.
If it does fall, it ain't going to go far.
So far it seems to be behaving itself.
That's where that went.
It's gonna be weird having a garage to yourself again.
Yeah. I had another car lined up and he canceled, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Come on. That the drain, when you change the oil, put some RTV on the drain plug.
Put some what?
RTV.
I've never heard that.
It's a gasket sealer.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Gasket seal on the drain plug.
Yeah, because it's leaking. There's a new gasket on it, something like that.
Okay, gasket resistant. Let me take a picture of that.
It comes in little tubes.
Okay. And just put it on.
Yeah, it's leaking, and if it doesn't bother you, then it's fine. But
Leaks will bother me because I'm going to be in my garage.
you're gonna want to put a pan under it. You're definitely gonna want to put a pan
And
under
that
it.
stuff will stop the leak.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I put in a new gasket in there, but it still leaked, and it shouldn't have. Ready?
And then push down and then lift up.
Yeah. Tell you what. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just do the crib notes on what we just talked about off
Okay.
camera. All right. Put that in down there.
Left hand.
Put your hand like that.
Yep.
Don't grab it. Don't put your thumb over.
Open hand.
You'll break your thumb. You'll break your face. You'll break your arm if it
Yep.
comes around. Whatever. All right. So you're going to go from here to about here, and then try it again. Quarter turn. There should be a choke here. I didn't put it on here
Okay.
because you didn't buy one. But you can put a choke here, and it looks like oh, that's not the right one. Come on now, I just had one. Here's one. Okay, so it'll come out. Where's the hole?
Yep, there.
And go through that hole, and it'll look like that.
Yep.
So
And it somehow connects up to the choke somewhere.
yeah, it goes on the choke, and there's a thing like this on the choke. One of them's already occupied. The other one's for this.
Okay.
So you pull it out, quarter turn. I would do 2. Let it in, and then
Okay.
one
Since
more.
I don't have one of these and I have to go over here, I'm going to pull the choke out,
If it's
do 2 quarter turns.
you'll have to
and
have
then push
somebody.
it back in.
You'll have to have somebody hold it out. There's a spring on it.
Okay.
So first thing you want to do before you touch that crank
Yep.
is to make sure this lever is all the way up.
Okay. Does that
That's
make
just
it full out, or is that retarded?
That's retarded.
Okay.
So what happens is the piston comes up. Say this is the top. The
Mhm.
piston will come up to about. It'll come up. It'll hover. It'll start to go down in that position. So if it fires, it's going to go down in the direction that you're already turning it.
Okay.
If you leave this down,
Mm-hmm.
it'll fire here, and it'll go backwards.
Okay.
So
Up always to start.
safety, right there. Okay,
Up
then
always
you'll
to
turn the key on, which is not
And
on.
is the gas off or on in the up position?
When you're starting this cold,
Yep.
you probably want to give it somewhere in there.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to see where that is in relation
Whoa!
to.
Don't go too far.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I just heard some bad noises. Does it still feel like it's connected?
To an untrained hand, I'm not sure.
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
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 That made me wonder.
And now, somewhere around here, I think I saw you say.
Yeah, put your finger in there. And,
Yep.
all right, and then you're going to move this to somewhere around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, you're going to pull it out. You're going to push your starter button.
My starter button.
Well,
is here.
don't do it now.
No,
but
no.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just.
And it's going to go rah, rah, and then you let it off. Actually, that will stay out.
Okay.
Okay.
So
No.
two,
And then push that in.
Push that in and
And
keep
it
the
should-
starter going.
Yeah, it should be enough to fire it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, once you fire it, you're going to bring that lever down to about 8 o'clock, somewhere in there.
Oh, here's 9, so somewhere around 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you'll hear it.
Okay, so it'll either sound rougher or not rough, and
Yeah,
we're
you'll hear it. When
Okay.
when we get outside, you'll definitely hear it.
okay.
All right, so key is off right now.
Yep.
All right, let's bring the lever up just in case.
Yep.
You wanted to crank that, go crank it.
Okay, the key's off, so it's not going to start,
The
right?
key is off.
So that makes it so that it won't start,
It
right?
will not hurt you.
Okay. Push in here
Get your thumb under.
like that.
Yep, put it right to your. There you go. That way you can't accidentally mess it up.
Okay. Push in.
Brand new engine.
Okay.
Now, how often are you going to want to do that?
Not often, but I want it so that when I show people the
Right.
car,
I get it.
I want to be able to show it off, and this is how they did it.
I get it. Well, that's not how they did it. That's how they did it before they invented the starter.
Right. So I know that they had the starter in the 27. So
That's a backup.
yep.
All right.
Okay. I don't even remember what all these pedals are for, and I know that we modified one now, so that they're now the the disc brake. So this over here is neutral.
Neutral straight up.
That's straight up, right?
No, that's back a little bit.
Is it?
Well, you can feel it fall off. When it falls off, you're in high. All right, there's your brake. Your brake's on.
Brake is on.
Yeah. You feel it? Feel it go off the cam?
Yeah.
There you go. It's until those brakes clear themselves. I mean, I ground them quite a bit already, but they'll self-clearance, and then that treble will go a little more.
Okay. And then forward is
High gear.
The high gear?
Yep.
Okay. Low gear is back here. Although that's brake.
That's brakes. You've gone
Right.
just a couple notches too far.
Okay. That's neutral?
I would go back just a little bit. Can you feel the cam?
I can feel it.
There you go.
Like there, it's clicking.
Yep.
That's where it's free, right there. Or it feels that way to me.
Go forward a little bit. No, you were in high. A little more. See the pedal move?
Okay, yeah, I see the pedal move.
That's
So,
that cam's making
Right
that
now,
move.
the brake is on.
Yeah.
Going back,
And now you're in high.
I'm in high.
You've gone too
So
far.
I've got to do it between there and when it starts to lower. Like there's
You want-
already high.
Right.
So it's here is brake. It hasn't gone down low enough yet, so we're not in.
No.
Okay, so that would be neutral.
Yeah, I would probably one click. Just you don't even squeeze it. Just
Okay.
come back.
Okay,
You only squeeze it to go that way.
gotcha. Okay. And then this is. What does that do? This is the reverse, right?
Correct.
This is the brake.
Correct.
Okay, and I'm trying to remember what this one was. Oh, I should have watched videos again. I don't remember.
Clutch.
The clutch.
And the low pedal. And neutral.
Okay, so how is that different than this?
Okay, if you move that lever forward, watch the pedal. There's high.
That's
Okay.
high. It's coming up there.
Yep. Now,
So why do I have that as a pedal then? If it's doing it with this.
because you can use your foot. You can find the halfway point with your foot.
So when I'm in neutral, sort of kind of like
Yeah, that's perfect.
there.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you push the pedal, it's going to move forward.
It's going to move it forward.
It's going to move the car forward.
Okay.
When it's running, it's going to move the car forward.
Okay, but that's going to be in high gear? Or is that gonna
That's
be
low. When you push the pedal down, that's low gear.
Okay, and then releasing it and having this forward is high gear.
Correct.
So I only use this when I'm starting in the low gear.
You only use that when you're in low. Yes.
Okay, and when I'm just
Mm.
full out on that 20 to 30 mile an hour let it rip thing, then
Your feet are off the pedals.
my feet are off the pedal. Okay. I know.
What do you think?
It's exciting.
This is why I told you to find a cul-de-sac.
Oh, we have them right near where I live.
I looked.
I'm on a
uh,
freaking busy road,
yeah,
but there are
I looked it
cul-de-sacs.
up, but yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's why I'm not even driving this home.
All right,
I'm
you
gonna-
stop
I'm
traffic.
gonna
I'm
tow-
crossing the street.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tow this sucker home, and then we're gonna just try it out on small cul-de-sacs. And this can go up a hill. I mean, that sounds stupid, but this can go up a hill. without any
I hope so.
problem. Okay. I've seen videos of it going uphill. Just
This one you don't have to go up backwards because the gas tank's up high. When the gas tank was under the seat,
yeah.
and you're going up a hill like this, and you've got 2 gallons of gas left, it all sloshes back and it's not in the line anymore. So what they used to do is they turn around and back up the hill, because then the carburetor is lower than the gas tank.
Yep. Yeah, we were gravity fed. Okay. Cool.
So if you want to go backwards, what do you push?
If I want to go backwards, that.
Yeah. And
Do I leave this in neutral and push
Yes.
that?
yes,
Okay. The gas is gonna wherever
that's going to
it's
be
accelerate.
that's going to be something for you. You're going to have to take some time to get used to too.
Yep.
There's no gas
While we're
pedal.
driving, do I ever mess with the spark?
I wouldn't.
Once it
Once
sounds right.
once you figure out what the sounds it makes and everything, if you're going up a steep hill and you're starting to slow down, you can retard that a little bit.
Okay.
and then you'll end up in low gear, and you want to advance it again. As the engine gets faster, that's going to want more advance.
This here.
Yeah.
And advance is going down?
Yeah.
Okay. Retard is up and advance is down.
Right.
Okay.
I'm still going to get demonetized for putting this on here. You can't say retarded.
I can. It has appropriate context.
It's flagged.
Okay. So do we bring this outside then and try it?
If that's what you want to do.
Otherwise, I'm going to live in your garage for the next few months. So, sure.
It's cold out. You had it.
Snow on my ground in the morning.
We have frost here too.
Yeah.
It's warming up. It'll go through without it, but it makes me feel better.
I hear you. Yep.
That one we're gonna have to watch.
Mm-hmm. Has it gone through there yet?
I haven't. I put the brakes on, and that's where I stopped.
Okay.
We got the fuel on.
Okay. Do you want to just push this out of the garage then?
Why don't you drive it?
I can do so much damage to your garage.
Do you want me?
What I'm
You
doing.
want me to back it out?
Yes. Thank you.
Hopefully. The cranky bastard. Hair smooth out. You want to know if it ran on mag?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's not make it complicated. Alright. You're going to have to be coordinated, hand and foot.
Okay.
Why don't we go back about 20 feet, and then you can hit the brake.
Okay. And am I going to have to modify the gas while I'm backing up?
Probably. This is still blinking, right?
Yeah. Well, it's on green.
Blinking?
Nope. Oh, wait, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to push on first.
Okay, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to slip.
Slip?
Yeah. You don't want to slip the bands. So, get committed.
And so it's either fully on or not.
Right. It's like you burn up the clutch in the stick shift.
Okay. And I got to modify the...
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Spark.
So, finger.
Spark rod.
There. Retard.
Okay. Bring your left foot back or reach down, whatever.
Good lord.
Okay. As soon as it fires, let off.
Yep.
Keep going. Okay, don't go any farther than that.
I'm trying to hear what it shoots out.
Yep.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, you don't want to go too far because then it's firing before it starts going up.
So is this about the right sound?
When this breaks in, it'll just sit there and flat.
Okay, so I'm going to increase the gas while I'm stepping on the thing?
Correct. But you're also going to remember that you're in neutral.
I am in neutral. And that's what I want for when I'm going
That's exactly what you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
I'm going to
go-
fully commit on the pedal,
Yep.
and I'm going to be accelerating the gas a little bit.
There's a dance there.
Yep.
Okay. Don't turn, don't turn. All right, stop. Gas off. Okay. Now try going forward a little bit.
Forward is
Left foot.
left foot pushed down.
Yep. Same.
Again,
Same
full
deal.
commitment.
Well, stop before you get to the 10.
Good call. That's not okay yet. That's the brake.
I know, it's a pain. That's why I'm glad you brought that lev up. Did you get it? I thought you had it.
Almost. Got it.
I'll keep my feet on it. All right, let's go back and forth a couple of times.
This is reminiscent to me teaching my kids how to drive, and I was sitting there and holding my breath like, oh my God.
Well, that's why we're still in the driveway.
Knock on wood, we're not in your garage. Okay. Gas is going to accelerate while I step on this fully committed.
How you turn it?
I want to get it on. This is not intuitive at all.
No, I told you it wouldn't be.
I'm going to back up a titch more.
Hit your brake too. Let's make sure that brake works.
Okay.
So you want
Try it
to?
as I go forward.
Yeah. Well, just hover over. Cover the pedal.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's go forward. And remember to turn the gas off when you want to stop.
Yep.
There you go. Wow.
Too
You went too far. Yeah.
Yep.
I said it. It's still stiff. So when that engine breaks in, you will be able to bring that all the way out. But for now, just
Okay.
Spark.
So step on that.
Spark. Spark.
That's right. It's
There
hard.
we go. You definitely don't want to do that with a full. You break the starter.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Let's see if it starts. It's warm now. So let's, nope. Spark. Bring this one up as that one goes down.
What's that?
Bring this one up as that one goes down so you don't race the engine. Oh, this is brand new. You got a baby.
Somewhere around here. Is that appropriate? Here, I'm going to be
Just your right foot.
stepping on there. And I'll be accelerating some gas a little bit while I
Just a little bit. How big's your yard?
Hmm?
How big's your yard? Can you drive around it?
I've got about a driveway about as long as yours that I can do it.
I mean, you can drive around the house?
There's fences and
Oh.
things that would make it impossible.
Because
Otherwise, that would be a good option.
yeah, I think
opportunity.
you're going to need a lot to get that muscle memory.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Up here.
Do you want to go down the road? I'll drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If you can nail those pedals as the floorboard sound.
I'm thinking also that the rubber mat will.
Yeah, it will.
sometimes
But if you
help a
could do it
little bit.
while we're
Yeah.
fiddling here, my dog's going nuts. Oh, we're still in neutral. All right. Come on. Can't see past his mailbox. I thought it was a car.
Looks clear to me.
Beep, 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 beep. Your brakes are driving. What's that? Your brakes are driving. How do we make them not drag? Just gotta drive them. Weigh it down. I clearanced it as much as I dare. Now I'm in neutral. I can't tell if there's anybody behind me or not.
Nope.
I think there's a car coming up from behind too. I saw that one. We should tighten that. We should tighten that band up a little bit too. Yeah, we need to adjust your low band a little bit. It's better. Might have a little air in the brakes too.
What's that?
Might have a little air in the brakes as well. And just steaming.
Yep. That shouldn't be, right?
Oops. Went too far. Ah. Ugh. Yeah, it's hot. You'll see steam coming out down here because there's an overflow tube that comes out the bottom, and you'll see steam leaking. You saw it in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take the floorboards out and let's tighten up that low band just a little bit. It's a little lower than I'd like. All kinds of stuff flying around in here.
Yeah.
Smell that. Can you smell it?
Can I smell?
The wood.
Oh, my nose doesn't work.
Oh, it's burned.
Is it?
Yeah, it's getting hot.
It is hot.
Yeah. Alright. Go.
Is that from the transmission?
Yes, exhaust pipe right here.
Oh.
Alright, so we want to go a little bit. I'm guessing maybe half a turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen this nut.
Yep.
Then we're going to turn this. We're going to go half a turn. I think that'll get you where you need to be.
Tell me what I'm doing then.
Let me get it on camera for you. Shiny hot.
Yep. Okay. This here.
Saved your life.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you're going to loosen this check nut. Just, well, half a turn maybe.
We're going to loosen it, which is going up, right?
Counterclockwise.
That's tightening. So this way here.
Yep. Now when you do these bands, they're on the inside. But the clutch is on the outside. Hot?
Maybe.
Do you want me to get a different wrench? Let me get a different
So
wrench.
far I'm not getting a good grip on it.
Let me get a different wrench. Oh, you already got it loose.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's take this one. There's flats on this. Turn that clockwise. About a half a turn. there's only 2 surfaces you can put that wrench on.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, for someone with no experience, I go a little more. Someone with no experience, you're doing pretty good.
As good as my teacher, so thank you.
Will that turn with your fingers? Yeah, without getting burned.
Yeah.
I got tired of walking.
Good call.
Let's try that, see if that one fits.
Trouble is the angle.
Yep. There you go.
There we go.
Go a little more.
Keep going.
Oh, right there. Now you go.
Need to tighten that.
Yep. Try not to move what we just adjusted as you tighten it.
Okay. I'm going
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So I gotta go that way there.
The young kids don't know what clockwise is.
It's not.
Try this one. I should.
That one's too small. The other one that I'm having trouble with, it's jumping.
Yeah. That's the next size up from this one. 15/16. Did you try the open end on this one?
Maybe not.
It is recessed in there pretty good.
Yeah. It's almost as if it's not big enough. Oh, wait. There we are.
Maybe that's how it got out of adjustment. Okay.
What do you think?
I think you've done your first adjustment on Model T.
Okay.
Oh, this is for a brake light switch if you ever want to put one on.
We do want to put a
This is a brake light switch.
What are you pointing at? This here?
Yep. See, that's where your starter switch used to be.
And that's probably where it is on the rubber mat thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, let me see if I can do this without you, since you're not going to follow me home. Okay.
These doors close so nice. No, I missed. There's 2 clicks.
Okay. I'm retarding this.
Yep.
I'm putting this about a finger's width in.
Yep.
I'm turning this to on.
Yep.
I hear the buzzing. I'm going to pull this up while stepping on that.
It's warm now, yeah, but you're skipping a step. You turn this counterclockwise to richen it up to start.
Okay.
And womp womp.
And not rich is there.
Yeah.
To the passenger side.
You'll turn it until it starts to blah, 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 blah,
oh, okay.
and then you'll back off. But yeah, let's just say there.
Okay. So we're nice and warm.
In neutral.
I'm in. Yes.
Spark. Neutral and no brake.
No brake. I'm going to increase the gas while fully committing to reverse.
Don't turn, you just go back.
Okay.
you committed a little bit too much there.
Or at least so.
Oh, no.
Retard.
Yep. You don't want to break your starter.
Yep. There.
I don't think you'll need that. Well, maybe you will. So it starts to sound happy.
Committing with gas first.
Commit a little slower. Just a little slower.
Okay. I figured you. Okay. I will try.
Not bad. In there. There's definitely an art to driving it.
Yep.
Ooh. Nicely done.
Yep.
We don't want to blow it up on the first day.
Definitely.
You wouldn't be the first though.
I couldn't afford to undo by blowing it up, so I mean, I'm really motivated to try to do this right. Okay.
I don't know if you noticed when I did it or not. My foot was sideways on the reverse pedal.
Sideways on the reverse pedal?
Yeah.
That?
No, like this.
Like that?
A little bit sideways, yeah. Because you got to get between the other two.
Ah. Okay. There. Here. And the brake ready. Okay. I'll go back and forth one more time and
Those brakes might need to be blood again. I think you can handle that. Have him push the pedal and hold it. You're slipping. Who parked that electric thing in my driveway?
What's that?
Who parked that electric thing in my driveway?
Yeah, seriously. There goes the neighborhood, huh? Retard.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Apparently this engine likes to be choked.
Apparently so.
Smart. When I was a kid, it was a big deal to sit there while my father cranked and my grandfather cranked, and then we'd pull the spark lever down for them. Because everybody, they'll hand crank it and then they'll run for the lever before it dies.
Really?
This is sounding better and better.
Again, I shut it off too quick.
You could have saved that. You could have just pushed the low pedal again. With the gas, it would have kept going.
I just don't want to meet up with your garage.
Pop the clutch.
Okay. I can do that. Can I try turning the crank once with trying to start the car?
It's up to you.
Okay.
You better put that lever up.
The retard.
Uh-huh.
And the gas to about here.
You're going to find out the hard way if you don't. Pull a brake. There you go.
Okay. Brake.
Get the brake on.
Retard.
Keys on battery.
Okay.
Your gas is good. It's already warm, so I mean, it might go. And if you need the choke, I'll do it for you. Almost. I'm gonna pull the choke out for you.
Okay.
Go for it. All right, now try it. Almost. You're not failing, that's a tight engine.
Nope. I can't make it work.
When this loosens up, you'll be able to do it. Mine, I can just go right around with it. Now you're all worn out.
Just a bit.
I would be.
Yeah. Now,
Push the pedal, see if it'll go.
what's that?
Push the pedal, see if it'll go. See,
The
I'm
pedal?
yeah, the starter pedal.
This-
Button, whatever.
Should I be in here?
Yeah, go ahead. You don't have to be in there.
No?
You were out there.
That's true.
See how many times it turns before it starts.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got that. Yeah, you wouldn't have cranked that. That took too much.
And that's because the engine's too new?
It's tight.
Now, when I'm putting this onto the tow truck, I'm going to want them to do it face towards the front because I want to back it up and back it into my garage.
Okay.
So, is it possible for you to turn this around because I don't trust me doing that?
No, I never learned to drive. I don't know nothing about these things.
Is it going to be an hour or more? I'm going to be sitting here.
Yeah. I can send it if you want. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. I can send it. It's up to you. How's that?
Impressive. I couldn't have pulled that off.
appears to be the same size. Oh,
I just put it back. So
we got one on this side. That's the same size. Look at that. You know what? I got nothing else to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, where did I put it? There it is.
Okay, so this, we just try to knock that out. So we'd have to take this off to be able to get that out.
Right.
So I'd have to take off the license plate thing.
No, I think you can get it through these. I think this should come off that bracket.
So
we don't have another one to put in once you take that out. So I don't know if you weren't worried about water or all your stuff's in here.
okay, I just don't know what all.
Oh man, I could have used that. I used one of mine. I cut when I was trying to clearance.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you exactly what I did. So your brake cam that turns to activate it rides between this one and that one.
Okay.
So this will be stretched out. And I had to get the grinder in here because it was rough cast. It wasn't. They never finished machining it. So I had to grind off these ends. And I nipped the spring, the brand new spring.
Yeah.
So now the brand new spring is like this. And it wasn't going to hold.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even realize you remember. Anyway, you got one of these. You got the mate for this one in that car.
Okay.
Okay. See if your plug will fit in the other end.
This thing here, right?
Yeah. If they fit together and we can ohm them out to prove they work.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to buy anything.
Okay. That would be on this end here?
It doesn't matter. See what I mean about spinning?
Yep.
Okay, now put the bulb in the other, put them both in at the same time.
Okay.
Because that's the issue.
Which side would, does it matter which side is which? Or?
No. Let's put that in there. See if that fits. Let's bring it over to the meter. You might not have to buy anything. I hate wires.
I don't know how to use these things, and I've got one. Kills me.
I hate wires. Wires and hoses just rub me wrong. You put some wires in that and you got a bulb.
So for putting wires in, how would you do it? Just
one side's going to be for your stoplight and one side's going to be for your tail light.
Okay, but what do you do? Just jam it in there, or do you have to solder it? Or?
What you're going to do is simulate the wire.
Yep.
First of all, you're going to back these off.
Oh, okay. There's screws there that would anchor it.
So you stick it in there and then tighten it down.
Okay, I understand that part. Okay, cool. And this over here, just is that going to be on the inside or the outside?
I would put that on the inside.
This part here?
Yeah, so you don't have to look at it.
Yeah. So then, just by reversing this, putting this up here, and this thing in here. With your meter, can you know whether that bulb is good?
I just tested it.
Oh, and it was good?
Yep.
Wow. And then this just screws onto here.
Let's take that off and let's just do it.
This is exciting.
Why don't you get this off and the tow truck guy will show up.
Yeah, if so, I'll put it back together when I'm done.
I thought there was a washer. It's not. Casting. This should. It's either going to be soldered in, or it's just going to be a press fit. We should be able to get it to come out.
I'm trying to learn. I'm watching.
It's about the right size.
And where did we put the hammer?
This drawer here.
And then just hit.
Yep. See if it'll move.
It's moving.
It moved.
You're a freaking genius. This is
Technically,
amazing.
yes, I am, but thank you. Somebody's excited.
Yeah. Well, it's the only part of the car that I had worked on for the most part. So, if I can get something kind of a little bit of a closure, that's kind of exciting.
Probably want to put that bulb in your pocket.
Probably so. I've got both.
I don't
pieces.
have another one.
Now, we said we want this part on the inside, right?
Sure.
Oh, should I take out that black thing?
Yeah,
first?
because the pins are probably sticking past.
Yeah. And here, I'm going to put that in my pocket also.
Let's use the tool I made upside down. Give it a little tap-a-tap. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
It's freaking going in.
I think you're done.
This is mind-boggling.
Uh-oh.
I can anchor that in there, but should we wire it before we...
The part your wire is in your pocket.
The wires are here, I thought.
The part your wire is in your pocket.
Oh. After a while, I process things.
I know. I'm used to it with the kids. Use your big boy brain.
Yeah.
Apparently that gets me in trouble. Got a sticky spot. That's not making it happy. Sharp.
Mm. Oh, it already has a thingy on it.
Yeah, we'll cut that off.
The thingy looks too big.
Let me fix that for you.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, you need a
Get a
screwdriver.
little screwdriver.
I got it. I'm going this way anyway.
Okay.
You just wanted to stand in front of that heater for a minute. I know.
Let me figure it out.
I know what was going on.
Yeah. And what would I ultimately do? Would I put like a little gasket or something there so the wire doesn't rub?
Remember that RTV I told you to get?
Is that... I don't want to touch metal. Is that the stuff for the plug?
Yep.
Yep.
It's really handy. You'll find some on your brake reservoir that I used to hold it in place so I could drill a hole.
Mm-hmm.
I would fill that hole full of RTV and tape the wire so it comes out the middle of it until it dries.
Mm-hmm. I sure as heck don't. Okay.
You forgot
Did
to
I
put...
just screw up something, like put that on first?
Yep.
I noticed that. See, I'm at least Partially right.
I hear a truck. So you locked it in?
I believe so. I see it on that side, and yes, it is.
Okay.
So it's locked on both sides.
Nope.
Okay.
We'll see if it works.
Sure. Oh my God, Tim!
Oh, it went out.
But it was on.
Your switch is flaky.
It's on right now. Look at that.
What?
Woo!
You're getting free labor out of me now.
I may have to come by and buy you a cup of coffee. This is exciting.
I'm glad you're happy.
I'm happy.
Now, will that go on?
Oh,
I think you'll be all right.
I would think so.
If not, we'll just turn it around. Is it on the bulb?
There's a place for the bulb to have as an indent.
Oh no, we're gonna have to turn it around.
My dad would always tinkle with wood. And he would have the kind of machines that he needed for his woodworking that he would do. He would make bookcases and desks and stuff like that. That's how he took care of retirement.
That was my retirement plan.
Yeah.
I had to pack it all up. There's a CNC machine for cutting wood right there.
Yep, yep.
My table saw, all that stuff got packed away. So I could do this. My glorious. I'd be surprised if that was him.
So we want to get the bulb in first to make sure that it... Yes, I am.
The tab's right here. Okay, so we get the glass lined up. And then we can get this in the ballpark. Is it supposed to be crooked?
I don't know.
No, try the other screw.
Yep.
Boy, that smelled terrible.
It does. It really does. Whoa. That is exciting.
That's the part you're excited about.
Yep. Forget about the fact that this can go down the road now.
Ah, that smells horrible.
Is amazing. Thank you. That was gratifying. And again, probably because it was the only freaking part of the car that I ever really worked on in the